Hey everyone, I hope you guys are doing well. Today I just wanted to come on here and give you a review on the YSL products that I received in my last Influenster box. This is the YSL Touche Eclat Blur Primer and then the YSL Touche Eclat Blur Perfector. So I guess I'll start off with the primer. I just have a little deluxe size sample of it. The full size is 1 ounce and retails for $52. This is just 0.33 fluid ounces, so like a third of the size. So still a great amount of product to use. It's really interesting because if you look at the primer, there's like little like sparkles in it. Like I don't want to say, it's not glitter, but like little like pieces of like shimmer in it. It's really pretty to look at. It's supposed to be an illuminating, blurring primer, and the texture of this is very similar to most silicone primers, except this one is a little bit more like serum-like. It feels a little bit more moisturizing, a little like, I don't want to say creamier, but it definitely feels, it's just more moisturizing than other silicone primers that really dry matte. This one definitely has a little bit of like a moisturizing property to it, I feel like. It's supposed to be good for all skin types. Obviously, it's supposed to be a blurring primer, so it's supposed to blur like fine lines and pores and stuff like that. And of course, I was really excited to try it because I have oily combination skin. My T-zone and my cheeks have enlarged pores and get really oily throughout the day. So I'm always looking for a primer that is going to fill in those pores and make my foundation go on really smooth. And obviously, I want it to last the whole day. This, unfortunately, did not do any of that. The only thing I liked about this was the texture of it. It felt really nice going on, and my foundation felt nice going on top of it. But after that, I didn't feel like this held up to anything that it said that it was going to do. So for me, I felt like this emphasized my pores, and that's obviously like the last thing that I want or anybody wants, I would think. I don't think anyone says, oh, I wish my pores were more emphasized. No, like we want our skin to look really smooth and flawless, and I feel like for me this just really emphasized that a little bit. I felt like when wearing this, my foundation really just grabbed onto the porous areas, just really emphasizing it a lot more. That, and I felt like my foundation didn't really last that long when I had this on. So unfortunately for me and my skin type, I did not find that this primer did very much for me. Perhaps if you have drier skin, you might like this. Like I said, it has that kind of like serum-y like slip to it. It feels moisturizing. I'm not saying that it is, but it has that like kind of oily feeling to it. But again, I don't want to say that because I don't think there's any oil in this and I don't want to scare people, but it just has that feel. If you felt other like silicone primers, this is slightly different. Like I said, it's not as like velvety feeling. It's definitely more moisturizing feeling. So on to the Blur Perfector. By the way, isn't this packaging so pretty? I love this light pink and the gold. I just think it's so pretty, and it even comes with a little velvet pouch that you can put it in, and it comes with a little puff pad as well. This retails for $55. This is full size, and there is 0.33 ounces of product in here. So when you open it up, the product looks like this. It's like a solid cream kind of formula. There is a mirror. I haven't taken the little YSL film off of it yet, but it's kind of like a really light pink, and it is quite translucent looking. It's kind of hard to see in the package, but if you see it in real life, it has like a translucency to it. So it's not like there's pigment that's going to transfer onto your skin, but there is that slight pinkness. It's supposed to help kind of like brighten up your skin, I believe. Personally, I didn't notice that, but the texture of this is really nice. Like I said, it's very creamy when you touch it, but as soon as you apply it onto your skin, it almost goes completely like velvet. Like it feels very almost powdery, but it's not a powder, so it does have that kind of like velvety feel to it. It feels very nice. This does do a great job of mattifying your skin, for one, which like I said, I like because I do have oilier skin. And in fact, I'm going to put some of this on because you can see I'm kind of shiny, so I'm hoping this will pick up on camera. I like to apply it with a dry beauty blender. I don't use a wet one because I feel like I won't pick up any product that way, so this is completely dry, and what you do is you just kind of pat it in there, and a little bit goes a long way. It might not look like you're picking anything up, but you really are. And then if you're wearing this on top of makeup like I am, you just want to pat it onto your skin. If you're using this underneath your makeup or in place of makeup, you can definitely like slide it on and kind of blend it in, but for me, like I said, I'm just going to pat it in. So hopefully you guys can see my forehead is a little bit shiny, and I'm just going to pat this into half of it, and hopefully, like I said, the camera will pick up on it. Yeah, I think you can see that. Like, this side is still quite shiny, and this side is a little bit more matte. And while I have you guys zoomed in a little bit, I'm just going to apply some on my cheek area. You can see it's a little bit shiny, so I'm just going to, again, pat it on. You just want to pat it. Again, you don't want to, like, swipe it on, because then you're going to wipe off the makeup underneath. So I hope you guys can see that this side is definitely more matte than this side. And zoom you guys out, and hopefully you guys can still see the difference a little bit. I'm going to go ahead, same, I haven't grabbed any more product, but I'm just going to pat some onto this side and just even myself out a little bit. And I didn't go back for more product. I just kind of dabbed whatever was left over on the sponge, and I feel like it still did a really great job. Like, I don't need to add any more or anything like that. So a little bit of this does go a really long way, which is nice because it is an expensive product. It's $55. You're not getting a ton of product, but like I said, because you have to use so little, I feel like it will last you a while. So I do really like this. I have used this in place of powder or throughout the day just touching up. Like I said, I do get quite oily on my T-zone and on my cheeks, so I do really like this because it definitely does mattify, and it does blur it a little bit. And it's nice because it's not a powder, it doesn't add a lot of like cakiness to your face. It does look kind of like a velvet texture on your skin though. I will say, however, that the effects of this are not very long lasting, meaning that throughout the day I will still continue to get oily. I guess that just depends on you and your skin type. I, like I said, have combination oily skin, but my T-zone for some reason and my cheeks get quite oily throughout the day. So you can keep this with you and like touch up if you want, but my recommendation is if you get really oily, I would definitely recommend blotting first with like an oil blotting sheet before putting this on, because this is not meant to necessarily absorb oil. It does cut down on the shine a lot, and it does give you a matte effect, but if you have like a lot of oil on your face, I don't think it's going to do you much good to put this on top of it. You definitely want to remove as much oil as you possibly can first. But overall, I did really like this product. Obviously, you are paying for the name and the packaging. It's YSL. It's $55. It's very expensive. I know that there are other products that are similar to this out on the market. I know Mally makes one. I personally haven't tried it yet. I have one from Youngblood that I've used before, and I did like it. It was very similar. And then I believe there's also a drugstore brand that makes something like this, and I think it's L'Oreal. I'm not 100% sure. But the product itself is really good. It's just a matter of whether or not you want to spend the $55 on it. So I'll continue to use it, and I'll see if I decide that I really need this in my life and I want to repurchase it. But honestly, as of right now, I personally don't feel the need for that. But I do like it. It does work. So yeah, it's really up to you. I hope you guys found this review helpful. Let me know if you've tried either of these products. I know they are fairly new, and I'm super excited that I was sent these from Influenster. So that was a really cool box to get. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you guys have any other questions, I will try my best to answer them, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye!